In the shuffle that is humanity, there are many mixtures, there are many groupings, and there are vast amounts of choosings. In the world, as it is known currently, there are great amounts of interaction that have not existed in times past. It is no longer a place of isolated pockets, of isolated cultures, of isolated ideologies. This is not by accident, and it is with this basis of statement that we begin now to offer our message. The understanding of the years has been as the sands upon a beach. They are too innumerable to count. They are ever shifting. However, in our analogy, let us assume that each and every one is upon their knees and they are sifting through the sands, looking for that which would be likened to be a valuable gem. It is becoming prominent that more of humanity is upon their knees and sifting than has been given in the past. There are, of course, those who still choose to lay upon the sands in complacency and bother not to find their own gem, but rather to accept the plot that has been given to them. We are of asking that all begin to educate self upon not judging what would be of a valuable gem to other, but only upon that which is of valuable treasure to self. If these sands that we are speaking of were likened in a more simplified essence to only that of religious ideologies, again there are innumerable amounts to be sifted through. However, it does not mean that the man who finds he has as his treasure an emerald should look down or sideways or ignore the man who has found the sapphire. For it is with great seeding that all of these grains of sand have been given from source, so that the act of sifting could be had. It matters not if in your sifting you used hands, pans, or technological devices. The result is the same. You are seeking treasure. In those moments when you hear from another of the treasure they have found within the mass of the sands, it is not truly your gift to be able to declare their treasure invaluable. It is time that humanity be given the fulfilling of many treasures or prophecies that have come down through many of these grains of sand, and thus it is indeed more important now that a rightness be given to understanding that truth is not singular. The treasure of truth is not possessed by only those who have pockets full of emeralds or pocketbooks full of sapphires. In the fulfillment of some of that which has been prophesied through the many sources, it is exactly this point we make, that it is as has indeed been given through many sources. Much of what has occurred within the world, which many would term undesirable, have been spawned precisely through the cries of those who held the emeralds, denying or casting away of the sapphires of another. All that plagues humanity is to be found greatly within three sectors. It is the sectors of religiosity, political persuasions, and mercenary gain. What one holds of value in either of these three sectors should not be fought over. It is now time that you who are in attendance today to our words will see within your lifetime a great amount of change within these three sectors. It is time that the divisions which have existed are being eradicated, and while your outer appearances would not yet belie this to you, it is important for you to know that even now those who are hearing our words are as such been called forth from those ideologies that would create greater barriers within religious and political arenas, and who have seen upon a broader scale the value of things not always related in a mercenary way. It is time for those who are willing to understand that truth is an array of gems. It is at once multifaceted and yet able to blend and harmonize, that these ones should become those who will offer their hand as support for those who are going to be frightened as the sands beneath them are shifting, as the ideologies once held and as the truths that they had grasped upon become transmuted. Speak not ill of another's truth held within their hand, for in time, as has always been the case, the truth grasped within your own may turn to sand. It is the reason for our analogy for the shifting of sand, and the inability of it is important for understanding, for as progression is made in the world of humanity, as the human mind expands and is given wider berth, the stones of former truth are crushed asunder and become as the grains of sand.